me. The Empire will compensate you.
How's it going, everybody? This is Phil. Welcome once again to another installment of The Price of Nostalgia. So this is a series where I like to go and check out a couple of items that might be for sale. Some of them are high dollar value items that are up for auction and bid. It could be on eBay, or it could be at an auction house. And I always find it interesting just what people are willing to spend for things that are Star Wars related. You saw that Han Solo's blaster went for, I think it was like $500,000 several months ago. That to me is fascinating. These collectors, they come out and they spend lots of money on these nostalgic items. But not everything that is up for sale is that highly priced, and some of the things are available to the general public, people who can afford to go to a website and just kind of pick it up. It might be a little bit pricey, but it's definitely within a reasonable price range for the most part. And there's outside of the official stuff that comes from the movies that might have been a prop or something signed by an actor or things of that nature. There's also these kind of just like wacky items that come out, and people might buy them for whatever reason, as a gag gift, or because they feel like they have to have them as a collector, or they're just they're so peculiar that it's like, how could you pass up something like that? And that's where we're at today with these items. So, it's going to be 3 items of varying degrees of peculiarity. That was a tough one for me. But they're kind of fun to check out nonetheless. So, the first item we're looking at, there's an article here on comicbook.com, and the author was Sean Fallon, and the title is "Smell Every Inch of Star Wars with These Official Candle Sets." So you can see, now look, I don't know about you guys, but if I have company over and I light a candle, I'm gonna go with something like apple pie or vanilla bean, cinnamon bun, pumpkin spice. I mean, especially this time of the year, something that would be appealing. Never have I ever expected company over and thought to myself, what would make this a night to remember? If I break out that hot, sweaty Wampa-Sex scented candle. Well, look, if you've never thought that to yourself, don't worry, because somebody else already thought that up for you. Not the Wampa-Sex candle, but, look, some of these are probably pretty damn close. So if we look at these candles here, and we could see they're based off of the movies, and they come 5 to a set, and, you have A New Hope, and you have Empire Strikes Back, and you have Return of the Jedi. So they'll break it down in the article. So it says, scented candles based on popular fandoms have become a thing in recent years, but the olfactory aspects of Star Wars haven't been fully explored officially until now. Indeed, this range of officially licensed candles will immerse you in the Star Wars universe in ways that you never imagined and possibly never wanted. Exactly. However, if you are the kind of fan that's curious about what the inside of a Tauntaun smells like, boy, are you in for a treat. The Star Wars candle range features scents based on aspects of the original trilogy broken down by film. The lineup of scents for each film are as follows. Okay, so for Star Wars A New Hope, we have Bantha Milk, and apparently it's been misspelled on a label. Somehow Disney missed the Bantha label error. We've been told that it'll be corrected for production. And then the other ones are Wookiee, Trash Compactor, X-Wing Cockpit, and Cantina Bar. All right, so that's A New Hope. Then for Empire Strikes Back, we have the inside of a Tauntaun, which is, it's got to be everybody's top on the list of just what the hell does that smell like. Millennium Falcon, Yoda's cooking pot, Han Solo and Carbonite, which I mean, I just imagine that's got to be like a burnt smell, almost like we have to like fireworks go off or something like that. And lightsaber duel. All right, and let's see, for Return of the Jedi, we have a Rancor, which has to stink. Sarlacc's Pit, which just got to be god awful. Jabba's Palace, which probably smells like urine. Ewok, which, I mean, is it a less offensive version of Wookiee? And Death Star Destroyed, which is, that's probably close to Han Solo and Carbonite. So if you're interested in experiencing these Disney-approved Star Wars aromas, the candle sets can be pre-ordered right here for $36.99, which shipping in the U.S. They are expected to ship in November. Limited edition versions of the candle sets are also available for $53 each, and include an engraved plinth and a presentation box with a magnetic closure. If you want all the sets, you can purchase all three at a discount for $92 for the standard candles and $128 for the limited edition versions. So I guess you get a little bit of a price break there. And that's it. If you live in the UK, you can save some money on all Star Wars candle sets by getting them straight from the manufacturer via Geek Store. The entire collection is available to order here with free shipping. So, I mean, geez, what kind of smells are these? I mean, it's the worst of the worst, right? I mean, it almost feels like they started, with four basic smells, right? Like armpit funk, rancid roadkill, rotten ass, and hot garbage, and then they arrange them in different combinations and adjust the percentages to make a new smell, and bang, hot Wookiee ass. Slap a label on it and sell it to the public. I mean, look, I think it's actually a funny gift to give to a Star Wars fan, and I'd be lying if I said I had no interest in what any of these things smelled like. A morbid curiosity alone has me wanting to catch a whiff of that Tauntaun candle. But the novelty would wear off pretty quickly, I think, and they'd probably end up never being used after the initial sampling. Unless they actually end up smelling good, and the names are just unrelated ways to distinguish each scent, right? But then where's the fun in that? So, anyway, it's a little pricey for a joke of a gift, especially just for candles. They don't seem very large to me. So how long could they possibly last? But I mean, look, I'm almost tempted to try and buy at least one set, just for the hell of it. I mean, of course, I'd go for, the Empire Strikes Back candles. After the Tauntaun, Yoda's cooking pot is a scent I never considered, but for some reason, I feel like I need to smell it. So, what do you guys think? Which set would you buy if you could only get one of the three, and which scents are you most curious to smell? Like I said, Tauntaun, maybe the Bantha milk. I'm curious. I would actually think lightsaber might smell good, but who the hell knows? I don't know. You know what? Let me know down below. Let's move on to the next item, and let's see what we got here. Okay, so here we are. This is Sci-Fi Wire. Sci-fi.com. And this is one of the most absurd things I've ever seen in my entire life. So, I mean, I don't know if you can't make out what that is, but it's basically a Han Solo, an inflatable Han Solo frozen in carbonite. So, the most romantic moment in all of Star Wars, Leia Organa admitting her love for Han Solo, and Solo admitting that he rules very hard, then being flash frozen alive, has been turned into a Halloween costume, and honestly, it's very, very scary. I mean, this is like Silence of the Lambs level of just disturbing, right? Not that Star Wars costumes aren't cool or that this concept isn't awesome. Both things are true, but the Star Wars adult inflatable Han Solo carbonite costume is terrifying, especially if people don't know that you're supposed to be Jabba the Hutt's favorite decoration and not, say, a killer wall. Just look at him. So here we go. This is the costume. I mean, It's so ridiculous. Okay, look, this is it's officially licensed. This costume attempts to replicate the look of Frozen Carbonite with a popsicle Solo poking out. Instead, the creepy Harrison Ford mask makes it look like Michael Myers is hiding from the predator in the jungle. The costume works with a fan to keep the inflatable section nice and full while you wear it strapped to the costume jumpsuit like this. So here's how this whole thing works. You blow it up, and you strap yourself in to the back and stick your head through. All right, and then there you are with your hands and your face, and it's just creepy as shit. It's just such a wacky. I would, you know what? If I had a Halloween party to go to this year, and it was going to be like with a bunch of my nerdy, geeky friends, I would so get this thing. This is just the dumbest. I mean, you would have to win if there's a contest and you walk in dressed like this, right? I mean, it's so absurd. So pretty cool as long as nobody sees you from behind. But then the gray mask and gloves really take the costume from Dashing Smuggler to Concrete Strangler and a Heartbeat. I mean, I guess if you could find yourself like maybe like a gray like sheet, right, and you could just tape it to the top, and then you can kind of have it over the back of you, so at least you hide yourself somewhat. You know, maybe you could just kind of add that little extra touch there. Anyway, let's see. Perhaps painting your face to match the wall instead of wearing the silvery skin of Solo will look a little less scary, but let's be honest, nobody's going to be as cool as Ford, all covered in silver. That Nerf herder's just got more moxie than the rest of us. But we can all do just a little bit better this Halloween. So, I mean, look at this thing. That is just frightening for all the wrong reasons, right? Okay, so that is that costume. And this thing is going for like $84 in other places. But, you know, I think if you look online at Amazon, like, you can get it for as low as $50. I've seen this thing for a while now out there, but I figured since I'm doing one of these price and nostalgia videos that I would just include this in with the rest of the items today, because it's fun and Halloween is right around the corner. So maybe people didn't know about this, and this is something they want to go out and try and get, and you know, have a good time at a house party or something like that. I mean, it's definitely a silly, creepy, fun, wacky costume. So you know, you're welcome. Let's move on to the last ones. We'll go from Halloween over to Christmas and then close this on out. Okay, so here we are on shopdisney.com, and you know, Christmas is right around the corner, and of course everybody's always likes a nice ugly Christmas sweater, and these aren't technically sweaters, they're sweatshirts, but you know, they're in the theme of cardigans, you know, and they're Star Wars inspired, and you know, look, these things are fun. So you know, let's there's a couple of them here that they offer. They're $37 a pop. And you know, if you have like an office party, ugly sweater party coming up, or your family does something like this, or you're just looking to get a Star Wars fan a gift, a Christmas themed gift, like an extra thing, these are kind of fun things. So let's take a look at them. The first one you can see here is these are gingerbread cookies. So we have Boba Fett and Yoda and Chewbacca, Darth Vader, and Han Solo and a Stormtrooper. So that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, and this is obviously the same kind of inspiration. And we have Darth Vader, 2 Stormtroopers, and Boba Fett. This one's actually, it's pretty cool. I mean, look, the bow tie. They, you know, I mean, that gives you a little bit of the corniness. But this one isn't as bad as the other one. Actually, if you took out the bow tie and like the buttons, it actually wouldn't be such a bad kind of shirt to rock, you know, a sweatshirt. So let's take a look at the third one. Okay, I like this. I find your lack of cheer disturbing. So it's pretty cool. You got Darth Vader, and you got the two stormtroopers who are flanking him, wearing the Santa Claus Christmas hats. So pretty cool. And you got your TIE fighters, your Imperial insignias, and your little Death Stars down here. So that's pretty cool. And then for the final one is, of course, Master Yoda, Silent Night, Jedi Knight. So you know, these are kind of fun, you know, things to get. I mean, I could imagine, you know, like my brother or my mother or somebody, you know, I mean, I'm single now, but I could imagine a girlfriend giving this to me as kind of a joke. And you know, I would rock it. I wouldn't go out in public most likely wearing anything like this, but hey man, you know what, these are fun. So you know, and again, Star Wars should be fun. So anyway guys, that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this installment of The Price of Nostalgia. Which one of these would be your favorite of these sweatshirts? I don't know, man. I really like the style of this one. I like this one too. Actually, this one is probably the coolest one to wear, right? It's the least, probably the one you like, you could walk out in public and people actually, that's pretty cool. So maybe this one would be the one that I would wear, like outside of my house and feel all right about that. Anyway, let me know which one is your favorite, and you know, back to the candles, which one do you really want to smell, or which set would you get? And you know, have you gotten yourself a Halloween costume yet? Are you going to a party, and would you wear the Han Solo inflatable, the inflatable Han Solo in carbonite costume to a Halloween party? I would totally rock that if I had somewhere to go. So anyway, look, as always guys, it's thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun with this video, and if you liked it, be sure to hit the like button down below, and please feel free to comment. This is your first time here, hit the subscribe button if you would be so kind, and hit that notification bell. Next time I post a video, you'll be the first to know. And that's it. As always, I hope you guys have a great night. Be happy, be safe, be healthy, and take care. Bye-bye.
He's worth a lot to me.
The Empire will compensate you.